Your voice wavers and your knees shake. Breathing is difficult. Your heart pounds so hard it feels like it's going to jump out of your chest. Your mind is blank. You do not remember what you're about to say. Beads of sweat form on your forehead. Does this sound familiar? It's not love. It's the symptoms of speech anxiety. How many of us have felt this way before giving a speech? Just about everybody in here. It's comforting to know that all of us have the same experience. The nervousness of giving a speech. What I'd like to do today is address some of these causes of speech anxiety and methods that we can use as Toastmasters to manage them. What are some of the causes of nervousness? Let's think about back to when we went to our first day of school, or we started a new job, or we've been asked to give a presentation in front of a group of people at work. What immediately happens to us is we all kind of start feeling like, oh my gosh, I've been asked to give a speech in public. I might fail. I might fail at school. I might fail at this new job that I have. So having anxiety is a normal part of being asked to do something new and unfamiliar to us. Stage fright is common to all of us in Toastmasters. There's not very many of us who don't feel a little squirmishness, a little bit of the butterflies that we may have occurring prior to giving a presentation. But one of the things to do is to learn how to control it. There are 3 ways that we can learn to control anxiety, and I'd like to go over some of those with you today. Probably the first best way of learning to control it is to get the experience. And that experience is being a Toastmaster. Coming to Toastmaster meetings and making your presentations, getting up in front of an audience to speak. Studies have shown that one of the best ways of doing this is repeatedly giving that speech. So practice. And practicing that speech a few times will help you control that energy that you may be feeling and direct it towards a positive presentation. Toastmasters can help you with that. Many of you are probably here for that reason. I wanted to learn how to speak in front of people, but I'm always nervous doing it. So Toastmasters, yes, a great opportunity, a great place to come and learn. Mental rehearsal or visualization. This is an awesome subject, and what I have found is in some of my research with visualization is that time and time again, people have shown that if they stop and visualize what they're going to say, or what sport they're playing, or whatever it is that they may be involved in, if they take time to visualize that prior to coming to a lectern to give a speech, prior to that sporting event. There are reports of basketball players who are divided up into 2 groups. One group is divided into only thinking about making free throws, visualization. The other group practiced hours at a time. And at the end of it, the 2 groups were brought together and asked to perform. The group that had practiced the free throws scored slightly higher than the group that only used visualization as a skill to increase their efficiency at making baskets. With that said, I'd like us all to take a moment and to practice a visualization. If you would close your eyes and imagine that you are being introduced to an audience. You walk up to the lectern confidently, smiling to the people as you pass. Breathe deep several times before beginning to speak. Then picture yourself speaking clearly and forcefully, remembering all the points you wanted to make. You captivate your audience with your words, gestures, and vocal variety. When you finish, imagine the audience applauding in appreciation. Now repeat this vision until your confidence has increased and your anxiety decreased. Everybody feel a little bit better about that maybe now? Easy skill to learn and walk through and use. And then there are also some relaxation techniques. If you have ever had ample speaking experience and have mentally rehearsed the speechless countless times, tension may build before giving a speech. Don't worry, relaxation and breathing techniques can help. Isometric exercises reduce stress by increasing circulation flow of oxygen to the brain and can be done discreetly even in a crowded room. To diffuse some nervous energy, focus on a part of the body that you feel the most tension. If it's your stomach, or if it's your shoulders. If it's your shoulders, tighten those shoulders up and then let them relax a few times. If you have the luxury of having some privacy, stand and inhale and stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. And bend over and try to touch your toes. I can't do that very well. You want to repeat this several times. Another technique is to hold your arms out to your side and just to spin your arms. Just to kind of give you that little bit of, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm getting ready to go up and give my speech. And you can also drop your head, roll it around, just kind of relax in the head, preparing yourself for that presentation. All of these techniques will help reduce stress and tension. The nervousness can also cause us to breathe short breaths. And in this message, if we learn to breathe from the diaphragm, an exercise is to lay on the floor, place a book on your stomach, and breathe in. So that book rises on your stomach. And when you breathe out, that book diminishes, lowers itself with your breath. And that allows you to bring in the oxygen, take control of yourself. Even after practicing mental rehearsing your speech, you are still somewhat nervous before your presentation. This is normal. You want some adrenaline flowing, but you want to direct it towards the energy and enthusiasm for your presentation. Remember, even if you are nervous, your audience will not likely notice. Audience often are unaware of the speaker, emotions, and physical well-being at that time. The next time you give a speech and your heart is racing and butterflies are in your stomach and your hands and knees are quivering, take control of your nervousness into a positive energy and use some of the methods that I've shared with you today. Your audience will be impressed and your confidence. Your audience will be impressed with your confidence and listen to every word you say. Fellow Toastmasters.